Good morning. Welcome to the Carla Marie and Anthony Show. My name is Anthony.
I'm Carla Marie.
And according to our chat, we have already surpassed level 5 of the hype train. So without wasting any time, Carla Marie.
Yes.
Let's rip these shots. Let's do it. Rip these shits, if you will. Got some Frank's Red Hot.
What is this thing called?
It's on the list. You have it.
No, you said it yesterday.
Prairie Fire, which I didn't realize this until I read the name Prairie Fire yesterday after the show was over. A Prairie Fire is actually the first legal drink that I had because I turned 21 and was it the first? I think it was the first legal drink I had or very, very early on. And there was a woman who I worked with named Jen Thorson. And Jen came to my birthday party, my 21st birthday party, like early. We went to Hoboken because we were working in Jersey City at the time. And she bought me my first shot at a bar. And it was a Prairie Fire, and I had no idea what it was.
That's such a weird, I feel like that's a weird first shot, but also now I kind of want to do it.
I think
for every 21-year-old to be like, oh, it's hot sauce and tequila. But I would just say a tequila shot.
It's part joke, I think. At the same time, it's like, oh, I'm going to make this person take a Prairie Fire because they don't know what it is.
Oh, why did I do that many? Okay, so it's chilled today. The tequila.
Okay. So it should be a little better than it was yesterday.
Look at that. The cup's even like icy.
Well, thank you for pouring it out, Carla Marie.
Cheers.
Thank you to everyone who got us to Hype Train Level 5, and thank you to our friends at Seattle Cocktail Club. Cheers.
And The Rock.
Woo. Way easier than yesterday. What you doing over there? But yeah, that's way easier than yesterday was. Tones, where'd you get that? Whoa, you got the hot sauce there?
Yeah, it was stuck in my tooth.
Question from Lenny from Queens. He said, Tones, where'd you get that shirt? This is a Roosevelt shirt.
Yep.
Like most of my shirts are, but this is one of my favorite Roosevelt shirts they ever came out with. I think it might still be available. And I think they also make it in a golf polo.
Oh.
Which is pretty cool.
I decided that I'm not allowed to smash down my shot cup glass until I swallow it.
Okay. I got my merch yesterday, says Tacoma Swifty. That makes me very, very happy. So it seems like 20 subs gets us to Hype Train Level 5.
But what about, I'm sure bits replace subs.
Yeah, bits can also help. But it seems like 20 subs, whether they're gifted or subscriptions on your own or with Prime, it seems like that might be the magic number to get us through Hype Train Level 5.
Cool.
Not a ton, which is good to know. But thank you to everyone who subscribed or gifted bits or gifted subs. Appreciate that very much. Now that we're off the money shot here, I'm going to put the main screen on. Oh, no.
Oh, shut the... It's not.
Hold on. Just relax.
Anyway.
You got real Marie Jersey on me there. Oh, my God. Ah.
So today, Anthony and I are going to be on King 5, New Day Northwest. So at 9 a.m., our time here in Seattle, we need to peace out, Cub Scouts, because I need to steam the skirt I'm wearing. Because it's very wrinkly.
So why wasn't that something you did like either yesterday or maybe before?
Because I was going to wear pants.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, it's way too hot for pants today. Like, who was I? It says it's 66 right now in Seattle. You go outside, it's very clearly like 75 to 80. And if it's that temperature at this time of day in Seattle, it's going to be 90. And I know everyone on the East Coast is like, yeah, we had 110, whatever. When I tell you that the temperature and the feel of the sun here are two different things. It's like kind of like saying, oh, but in New Jersey, it feels like this with humidity.
Yeah.
Like the West Coast sun, worst sunburn of my life was LA. And it wasn't even hot out. And my skin was blistered by the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a little different out here. So now that we have the main screen on and it seems like everything is still working, couple things we're going to talk about today. Number one, Dirty at Disney.
Okay,
I'll explain that in a second. Today I learned the Jumanji edition. This is from Carla Marie. Carla Marie's big announcement will be on Thursday, tentatively.
It's out of my hands at this point. They told me Thursday I'm allowed to talk about all of the stuff I did.
Okay.
But
so unless they change...
And by they say all the stuff I did, it was one day.
So unless they change their mind, Thursday is the plan. We're also... Marijuana, thank you very much for those 5 gifted Tier 1 subs. We're also playing around with the idea because Thursday will mark 2 full years of doing Twitch without radio.
I think you're missing a day.
No, we got let go on the
Tomorrow.
24th.
Okay, 25th, 26th, 27th.
So 27th was our first day. We're not on tomorrow.
I got so confused for a minute. Okay.
So the Thursday
Yes.
will be our 2-year anniversary of doing this Twitch show and not being on the radio.
Yeah.
Our there was a name that we had last year for like this anniversary. Fred probably made it up. I don't know. But we're playing around with the idea of a pretty big giveaway on Thursday. So if you're listening right now, make sure you are here on Thursday. It was an idea that I pitched to you a little while ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, Carla Marie.
Well, this will be a fun surprise for me too.
You gotta take that out.
Oh.
Right?
But we should probably start saying that now then.
Are we gonna do it?
Well, where are we getting it?
From the account.
We got the funds.
You wanna do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was our little powwow.
I don't
meeting
remember
there.
this, but I'm in.
So you don't remember me telling you this?
Were we drunk at a concert?
No.
Okay.
So the idea that we have is to celebrate. We want to give away some money, but we want to start a new trend
Yes.
where if we get 1,000 viewers, we give away $500. $500 is a good amount of money.
The last time we had 1,000 viewers, we had to tell everybody we were dating.
Or maybe we had COVID.
Oh, COVID.
COVID may have gotten up to 1,000. But either way.
I'm just going to remind myself to put this in the newsletter. Okay,
So,
go.
If we get 1,000 people in the stream, we'll give away $500. Now, if it works on Thursday and it goes smoothly, we'll continue doing that thing. Maybe once a week, maybe every day. Who knows? 1,000 viewers, $500. I think is a pretty
It should
good
be
thing.
what is a penny per 1,000?
A penny
A penny per person would be 100.
1,000 pennies is $100, right?
Yeah, so maybe we'll do 100
No.
moving forward.
So, okay, we could do that. But Thursday,
For the anniversary.
if we get 1,000 people in here, $500, we'll do the giveaway. Obviously, if you're a subscriber, you'll have twice the chance of winning as a regular follower. But that is the big announcement for Thursday,
You know what,
along
though?
with Carla Marie's actual big announcement
Oh
that
my
she'll be
God.
sharing with us.
We're gonna hit 1,000 because people are gonna think I'm pregnant, and I'm telling you right
She ain't.
now, I am not pregnant. I legit took a real shot of tequila.
Hold on. 1,000 pennies is $10.
Right. So $10.
Thank you very much to Felipe in Florida and Scotty for correcting me. Appreciate
know-
that. Math was not my strong suit. That's how I ended up here.
No, I'm not, because you know what?
What? You're not what?
Ricky, sorry, said my mom does that.
Are you insane?
She said you should have let everyone think that I'm not
Think
pregnant. That I'm pregnant.
Okay.
I am not pregnant. I took tequila shot. I took a pregnancy test last week. It's my monthly thing that I do just to make sure. However, let the rest of the people outside of this, because I'm gonna tease on social media that I have something to share.
Okay.
Let the rest of the people that don't come to Twitch all the time be like, oh, she's pregnant. Let me go see the announcement. Idiots. No, I'm not.
Okay.
And this is going to lead into something that is not on the list that I need to talk about.
Okay. But the last thing on the list is a surprise for Carla Marie that we are actually going to do today.
Okay.
So right around 8:40, so about 25 minutes from now,
We can't do it.
we will hopefully, I think it's all working. This surprise will be delivered.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, someone said a monthly pregnancy test is expensive. No, it's not, especially when you get them on Amazon Prime Day, but they're super cheap on Amazon. So, bam.
Good to know.
Okay.
The first thing I want to
No,
talk about.
I said I had to go into a rant really quick.
Oh, okay. Then go for it.
So, I don't like people on the internet piss me off, and I think everyone can agree with that. However,
Okay.
I posted my sister's wedding video because my sister just celebrated 1 year being married, which is crazy that it's been a year. And I posted all the photos from that night, whatever. And there were a few comments that were like, oh my God, you're next. Or, oh my God, going to be so much fun when you have your own wedding, though. And then someone else was like, oh, I thought you were about to tell us you were getting married. And to every response, I said, no, I don't believe in monogamy. And I'm like, this is just what I'm going to do to people. Because I obviously am completely fine. But what if I was like,
What do you mean you're completely fine?
I'm going to lead into this. What if I was so upset that my younger sister got married before me? What if this was something I was dealing with personally? And also, stop telling people or saying things like that, like babies, marriage, house, things like that. Like, you have no idea what's going on in someone's personal life outside of the 60 seconds you see of them on social media.
It is interesting, and I think part of it is in person, at least. On social media, it's weird because like you didn't have to say anything if you didn't have anything to say. But in person, I feel like old people always say things like that because they don't know what else to say in that moment. So it's like, oh, you next, right? Or if you're single, someone says, oh, we got to find you someone now. It's like, no, you don't. There are so many weddings I went to alone where people are like, oh, we got to find you someone so you can get married soon. I'm like, no, please don't do any work for me. I don't need you to do any of that. Also, Texas Chris brings up a good point. Not believing in monogamy does not mean you can't get married.
No, but people don't know that. Trust me.
What else do we have in the chat, Carla Marie?
My favorite thing. Okay, let me just touch on this really quick. I believe that it's Meg, not Megan, thought, and Goosey was talking to her. He said, she said, I love when CM claps back at idiots' comments. And she thought it was referring to something she said in the chat.
Okay.
But it's not about you. It's about, they knew where I was going with this. However, my favorite comeback of all of this is what Elvis always says to say. So when you're at your Thanksgiving dinner, right, and someone say, my family is like, to Anthony and I, well, when are you going to get pregnant? And that's when I'm supposed to respond, and this is Elvis's words, and say, we're never going to get pregnant. He only does me in the butt. And they will never ask you again.
I don't even know what to say to that. But
he said it on the radio. He has said it on Twitch.
He has said it on the radio. Yeah, Sarah from Fort Lauderdale just put it in the chat as well. It is interesting, and I've been trying to get better at hearing or seeing the things that people say, even if they think they are harmless,
right? And
I think they're annoying. I'm trying to get better at just being like, I don't care.
No, and that's why I wasn't like, shut up, don't talk to me, whatever. Well, like I don't go at them. I just say something where they're like, wait, what? And maybe you don't comment things like that moving forward.
Speaking of things to not do or say, so let's see this one. This is something I saw, believe it or not, on a Disney blog, and I got to put it on this screen real quick so that Carla Marie can see it as well. So this was a picture taken at Disney and then posted on Reddit. Okay,
what does that even mean?
It's a guy. I'll explain in a second. It's a guy wearing a shirt that says "Good sex, no stress, one boo, no X, small circle, big checks." It's a song.
Oh,
okay. It's lyrics from a song by God. Why can't I think of the artist right now? Oh, Your Ex-Lover is the name of the song, or is the name of the artist. The name of the song is Good Sex. Now, the only like semi-offensive word on that shirt is sex. Right. Not a huge deal. If I was walking around the mall or something, I'd be like, whatever. It's still a stupid shirt to wear in general. But to wear a shirt like that to Disney is definitely weird.
My dad got kicked out of Disney for wearing a not allowed shirt in like the 90s.
And I'm gonna say 80s. This, and I'm very fond of your dad. He's a nice guy. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I think more people should be kicked out for wearing stupid shirts.
So
I really do. Just stop wearing your dumb shirt.
Now, I'm gonna preface this really quick. In my high school, when I was there, if you wore something that was considered slutty, you got the slut shirt.
Yes.
Which was a 2X to 3X size t-shirt that you had to put over your clothes. Really was horrendous. However, Disney has what I like to call the slut shirt. And what they'll do a lot of times is if you're wearing something too sexual to Disney, they will take you into a shop and be like, hey, pick out whatever shirt you want here. And they do that.
I pulled up Disney's attire.
Oh yeah,
their dress code. So
this is
inappropriate attire at Disney. This is in their like whether it's on their website or their terms of agreement, whatever. Attire that is not appropriate for theme parks and which may result in refusal of admittance or rejection includes, but is not limited to, number 1, costumes may not be worn by guests 14 years of age or older, which we definitely saw some old-ass people in Obi-Wan Kenobi robes. And that's a costume.
A robe, but like not anything on top.
So then the second part is masks may not be worn by guests 14 years of age or older, unless they're obviously for medical purposes.
This was a whole thing going viral on TikTok like this weekend. A mom and her daughter wore like matching costumes for like the mom's Etsy shop where she like stitches Disney lookalike costumes. And they were like, ma'am, you literally look like Ariel. You can't be wearing that.
Yeah. And I do see some people might think that's a stupid rule because you're going to Disney. You're supposed to like kind of throw yourself into it. But you don't want people thinking that random adults that show up are part of the staff.
It's also scary.
What are they called?
Cast.
Right?
Cast members.
So, because then you have people sending their kids up to you and you're taking pictures with people. There's a whole thing. So that all makes sense. Clothing. Number 3, clothing with objectionable material, including obscene language or graphics. Now, the first thing we've got to think about is the word sex obscene.
In that situation, it's not like saying like my sex is female or my whatever it is.
So in that situation, you think the usage of that word.
Yeah, but I'm sure there are people that are like, well, if Disney can tell people that they can be gay, then they should be able to wear a shirt that says good sex.
A little different, I think.
I agree with you. And
because they're not saying good gay sex at Disney. They're just saying you can be gay and it's okay.
I know.
So that's number 3. Number 3, I think, is what this shirt hits on, right? It's clothing with objectionable material. Now, objectionable is a pretty vague word. You can object to a lot of things. And I guess they don't do the thing anymore, or they don't do it as often where they go and like pick out a shirt. Like they used to take you to the gift store, like you said.
Yeah, they don't do it as much anymore.
They don't do it as much anymore. Also, I can't put this on Disney employees because how many people walk through that gate every day?
Right.
To sit there and think they're going
You're
to
not gonna
check
look at
and
the
read.
back of someone's shirt.
And who knows? They could have had a windbreaker or a zip up on or something. The person wearing that shirt can say, like, well, it's just a word. Why are you getting so offended about it? It's like, yeah, but you wore that shirt because of the words on it.
Correct.
Right? So for you to say, oh, you're getting offended by the words on my shirt, it's like, well, you only wore that shirt because of the words on it. So you can't, the same meaning that I'm putting on the words, you've also attached to it.
Right.
What are you doing there, Carla?
I'm messing things up.
Okay. It says our bit rate's real low still. This doesn't make any sense.
That is a Twitch problem. That's not on us. So everyone can write a letter to Twitch.
Let me refresh our page here.
I think the shirt my dad was wearing.
Oh yeah, why did your dad get kicked out of Disney?
It was before my time.
Did he have to go home, or they gave him another shirt?
I don't remember, and I can ask him, but it was a donkey shirt of some kind. It said something about an ass on it.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. You gotta go.
I would call him, but I'm scared he's going to say something bad.
He might. Let's see. Anyone else's stream stopping a lot? Yeah, if it's buffering or if it's glitchy, just refresh it. It should be good now. Let's see. My dad's cousin had to flip his shirt inside out at a Yankees game because he was wearing a F the Red Sox shirt. And as much as I agree with that sentiment,
it's a place for kids. Too.
If it actually said the full word, yeah, it's got to go. Maybe I'm just getting old now, and that's like where I stand. But if it was I remember I had a shirt that said Ruck Futkers. Little different, same sentiment, but at least I think that slides, right? Now, I wouldn't wear a shirt like that to Disney, but to a Seton Hall Rutgers game.
I feel like you also, that's like, you wear it in college.
Yeah, well, I think one of the frats printed it out. And
that
that's
was like
how
the
I
big
ended up with
thing.
it.
Ruck Futkers. Good job. You know letters.
Yeah, and it's a stupid shirt. Oh, you're so offended. Wow. It's only a word, Carla Marie. It's only a fake word. Why are you so offended? But yeah, I think that's the perfect part of this whole conversation. Martha said it in the chat. Know your audience. Like, those shirts are appropriate for some places. And then there's the whole part of Disney's dress code about baggy or ripped clothing or excessive skin. And in most situations, I would say just let a person wear whatever they want to wear. However, we've learned over time we can't trust humans in large groups. So sometimes there have to be regulations. And I think Disney and airplanes, I think, are the two places I am 100% allowing dress codes. Because one of the things they said on Disney's dress code, the last thing is no bare feet, which should be a rule for everywhere other than pools, your own home, and the beach.
I broke that rule at Disney several times.
Bare feet? When I was with you?
No. 20.
What?
When did I graduate? 2009.
I am really judging
We
you
went
now.
to Disney, and it was the rainiest week in Florida history.
Okay.
It rained. When I tell you, I didn't see the sun. It just downpoured the entire time we were there. It was in May, to the point where you couldn't even keep your flip-flops on walking through the park because they kept coming off in like water like this, and your flip-flops would just be floating around. So we were just like, fuck it.
Yeah, I'd say in a monsoon, there's exceptions you can make. But
No one
once you
yelled
get
at me.
inside, you throw them back on.
Yes.
And you're good to go. Alicia from the 215 said, I was at a state park camping with my nieces and nephews last weekend, and there were some people wearing thong bikinis. I felt like an old person muttering under my breath about being inappropriate for the hundreds of kids swimming in the lake. I see where you're coming from.
Oh,
I don't
100%.
disagree.
Like, I wouldn't wear a thong bikini to a place that I know kids were going to be at.
Mhm.
At Sandals, maybe. Also, I've never worn a thong bikini, so let me preface this.
I have many
However,
times.
if you go to the Jersey Shore, that's all you see, right? And I
Just
feel like
cheeks. Yeah.
growing up, my parents definitely were like, oh, she shouldn't be wearing that. But
Yeah.
like,
I just feel like I've noticed a growing trend of more butt cheeks out than normal at the beach or at like sunny areas. There's a lot of butt cheeks out.
no one wants tan lines. But Alicia, I get it. With kids, it's like, I got to deal with this now. I get it.
I love this. So on the complete opposite side of the spectrum is Danny from Florida in the chat who said, I have a shirt with fuck off on the back. I wear it in front of my neighbor's house because she calls HOA on the stupidest shit. So that's at least, but you're doing it with purpose, right? You're not wearing that shirt to Disney by accident. You're wearing that shirt to send a message. So more power to you. And I did say that I've worn a thong bikini a couple times. I actually have never
ignored
worn
that.
a thong bikini. Let's see. Alicia from the
That's
215
true.
said state parks in PA really cater to young families. Again, I'm not disagreeing that
Yeah.
it's probably not necessary. I don't know if it's ever necessary to wear a thong bikini, but it's probably not the place. But I don't think you should be kicked out like you would be in Disney for that.
Okay, so Martha, devil's advocate here. She said there should be no butt cheeks where there are kids. Now,
What if I got a big old butt?
but a butt is a butt, right? Like, why are we? Okay, then you know what? You can have your nipples out at the beach. Why can't I have my nipples out at the beach? We can go down that route. Like, okay, fine, no butt cheeks. No one can have their butt cheeks out. Guys can't wear Speedos. Women can't wear. Then women have to wear shorts too, because then a man's Speedo shows his butt just as much as a regular bikini bottom does for me. So,
And I've been seeing a lot of guys in Speedos recently around Seattle, which I guess if you're from Seattle, that's not like a
at
shock.
the beach or just walking.
Both.
But
Yeah, but
then
both.
if Anthony's nipples can be out at the beach, so can mine.
Now, Alicia from the 215, again, in the chat, says, going back to this about the people at the lake with their butt cheeks out in thong bikinis. And I said they shouldn't be kicked out like they would at Disney. And she agreed. She said, no, they shouldn't be kicked out. They just have to deal with me glaring at them
Okay,
and
that's
covering
fine.
my 5-year-old's eyes. And here's something that might be slightly controversial. I think when you wear certain things, whatever that thing is, I'm not even talking like overtly sexual, like a thong bikini or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you wear something that you know stands out, whether it's like I was wearing my neon "You Look Great" shirt the other day. People were looking at me because I was wearing a bright yellow
Yeah,
neon
you
shirt.
expect it.
You have to assume
Mhm.
and just understand that people are going to look at you. Now, does that mean they can say things to you or come up and touch you? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't get mad if people look at you. If you're
No.
running around with the butt cheeks out, people are going to be looking at those butt cheeks because they're out.
And I feel like this, I haven't read any of the quick messages, but I'm seeing random words. And this may be the same sentiment that people are kind of saying. But there's something to be said about if you're younger, right? I'm not saying porn. I'm not saying exposing kids to weird things, whatever. Let's keep that in mind. I'm not a groomer. Let me say that first. Now, there's something to be said about just younger people in general seeing people's body parts at the beach and in public and then growing up to not sexualize them
Yes.
because they saw them at the beach when they were with their family.
And this is something, it's funny that you bring this up, and it's a real weird memory. But I remember being at Graydon Pool in Ridgewood, New Jersey. It's a public pool. It's meant to look like a natural, like, lake or pond, but it's man-made. And our neighbor was a British woman named Debbie. And Debbie lived next door to us, and we used to go to the pool with, it was me, my brothers, Debbie, and her kids all the time. And I was the oldest of the kids that were there, and I used to hang out with my mom and her friends a lot. And I specifically remember Debbie saying something. Keep in mind, I was like 10, but she was having a conversation with my mom about how in London, everything is like topless. Like in the UK, you can go topless
All Europe,
to any
basically.
of the beaches or anything. She's like, and the women from America that were there, including my mom, were questioning it and asking if it's appropriate. And Debbie's whole point was like, but no one cares because when you grow up with it, it's just a thing. Like boobs are boobs, butt cheeks are butt cheeks. So you can make proper and correct arguments and valid arguments on both sides of this discussion because it's not an argument. And yes, America does sexualize basically everything. That's from Desiree in the chat.
I love what Sonali said, though. Well, I don't love it, but it's a fact. People are going to judge you regardless of whether you are super exposed or super conservative. Do what you want. Other people's opinions of you is none of your business. And I know this for a fact because we were on a cruise a few years ago, and there was a bathing suit company that I had on Side Hustlers. And she gave me a bathing suit, and it was kind of like a high-waisted bikini bottom. And there were a few men that commented something like, ugh, that looks like a diaper, or ugh, you're wearing high-waisted. That's so disgusting. I expected better of you. I will never.
Oh, well, they don't know you that well. They shouldn't expect better.
And I was like, sir, because I'm covering my belly button.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, fuck off and go Google something on the internet that helps whatever you needed done today.
You know, it's weird. The internet's made everything real weird.
Yeah.
But the things that people think they should say to strangers, that's the weirdest part of the internet. Yeah. Like the absolute weirdest part. Our friend, we have a friend in LA. Her name is Alex. And her friends, you can say it better than I can. I'm trying to, like, they get a lot of comments on their Instagram.
Because they have big boobs.
Yes.
And great bodies.
But
larger boob, like they have big boobs and great bodies.
But seeing the comments in their Instagram posts is the most ridiculous thing that I see on a daily basis. Thank you to Sarah for subscribing for 19 months with Prime. Appreciate that. We're going to move on from Disney to...
Can you make the chat go away in the bottom of that? Or no?
Yeah, I can for a second. Hold on. Let me... Only
because...
Yeah, you're right. Nope, not that. Where is it?
Posture check and hydrate, sir.
There it is. Okay, I'll do that 1 second. Now I can do it, and you can talk about this.
Okay. I need Fred the Mailman in the chat for this one because he came at me for this. So Anthony and I were watching Jumanji last week. It just happened to be on YouTube TV. It was live.
It's Freeform or whatever that channel is.
Oh, love Freeform. And we're like, all right, we're going to watch it. We watched it from the beginning. Or I watched it till the end. And I started going on IMDb to like look up where some of the people are nowadays. And I realized that the dad and the hunter were the same actor at 34 years old. I've seen this movie probably 15 to 20 times in my life, maybe more.
Yeah, they weren't 34. You were 34.
You're right.
Okay.
And the point of the movie is that the child's character, doesn't get along with his dad or thinks his dad hates him, and he has this battle with his dad. So they made the same actor be the hunter, who the adult version of that character deals with in the jungle in Jumanji and chases him around and blah, blah, blah. It's the same idea. It was done on purpose. Okay, I get that. But as an 8-year-old child watching this movie, you don't get that. So I shared this on Twitter, and Fred the Mailman and both our friend Sam were like, oh my God, I can't believe you just realized this. Oh my God. The amount of people that I had reaching out to me, including our friend Rose, who's on your morning show, and people were DMing like, oh my God, I had no idea.
So Gouda 108 agrees with you, Carly. He said, yes, I remember finding this out later on too and having my mind blown. Now, I haven't seen the original Jumanji since I was
I feel like I watched
preteen, probably.
I watch like once every 2 years.
No, I haven't watched it in a long time. It used to be. This is the movie though that this is kind of sad that I have to admit this now, that I didn't know this. This is the movie I've probably watched more than any other movie in my entire life, because my mom used to have a big blue conversion van that had like the TV and the VCR in the back, and this was one of the only VHS tapes we had, so we would play it over and over and over. Like, my mom could probably quote this whole movie to you because she had to watch it or listen to it while she was driving around with 3 annoying kids in her backseat.
Scotty said, did you do that? I was today years old. Yeah, so I tweeted I was today years old when I realized. But we need a poll up that's about, did you know this person was the same person?
Are you doing the poll, or are you asking someone to do it?
Well, if someone beats me to it.
I feel like you're pressing a lot of buttons here. Maybe the one that looks like a poll. There you go.
That looks like a poll to you?
Yeah. Of course it does.
It
looks like a chart of some sort.
But wait, that makes sense, because I didn't know that you hadn't seen it in forever, and I was like, oh, and then this happens, right? And you were like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know?
Enough time had passed where there were certain things that they weren't surprising. I just wouldn't be able to tell you what happened next as I was watching it.
That's insane.
Why would you ever want to watch a movie with someone who's telling you what happens next?
For someone who has watched it as much as you claim you have, I could write the script of that movie, I think, to the point of I could tell you what comes in order in Jumanji.
I don't have that kind of memory with TV and movies. Like, I found out yesterday that Mayans, a show on FX, was being re-signed for a 5th. We were brought back for a 5th season, and I completely forgot to watch the 4th season. So I started watching it last night. And keep in mind, this is a series that I was watching like once a year and keeping up with the series. I couldn't have told you what happened in the season before, which I'm the one who, like, I love all of the episode recaps before a new episode, because I'll forget entirely what happened.
My question to you is, do you binge watch those shows when you watch them?
Mayans, I can't.
Okay.
Now I will, because the whole 4th season is out.
I feel like sometimes when I binge watch, I don't actually retain
Absolutely.
and sit with the information.
Absolutely. I think that's part of it, is when you're watching all of those episodes in a row.
You're guilty of what Sarah just said.
What?
She's the same way as you. She said, my husband says it's because I'm always on my phone when I watch.
I'm a little better about that now, especially when I sit down at night to try to, like, just relax. I will put on a show or a documentary, and I'll actually put my phone down for most of the time.
So, okay.
Gotta hydrate.
Desiree
Why'd you
says,
just call me a nerd?
you and your documentaries.
Oh, yeah.
Desiree said, I still have every single Bring It On movie on DVD, and I forced myself to learn the dances when I was younger. Same. But really, the first Bring It On is the only one that's good.
Now, music lyrics, totally different part of my brain somehow.
Yeah, because they're shorter and they have a beat. Your brain it's easier to remember things.
But I can sing along word for word to songs that I have not heard in like 20 years.
And
it's weird.
I could do every cheer from when I was a Pee Wee cheerleader.
Yeah.
Anything that has a cadence is easier to remember. Alphabet, obviously. Kids who learn the state song, easier to remember.
Yeah.
Is Jumanji the only movie that had remakes that are actually good and amazing?
I mean, that can't be true.
I think so. What is it?
I mean, I'm not like a movie buff. If we had like a Mike D from the Bobby Bones Show here, he could probably tell you some great remakes because he has a great movie podcast.
Oh, we should do that.
You're clicking around a lot, and I can't see what's going on here.
Wow, 71% of people had no idea. This is just a proof to Fred the Mailman and Sam that I wasn't alone. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Let's see. According to my brother, Blade Runner remake was supposedly really good,
Yeah,
but it sounds like he hasn't seen it, so I don't know.
Pop that out.
Pop that chat. Here we go. Chat is here again.
Oh, surprise time.
Oh, it is 8:40. Okay, so I just want to make sure we got through everything. Dirty at Disney. Today I learned the Jumanji edition. Carla Marie's big announcement is on Thursday. Now, keep in mind, there are 3 things that are going to happen on Thursday. 2.5. One is Carla Marie does have a big announcement. That is completely independent of everything else we are doing on the show on Thursday. We're also celebrating our 2-year anniversary of doing this whole thing on our own. Technically, It's tomorrow, but we're not on tomorrow. And we are also giving away the $500 if we get to 1,000 views. Okay, so those are all happening on Thursday. Now,
I wonder what I have to tell our bookkeeper that 500 when she goes, where did this $500
it's
go?
an expense.
It's marketing.
Yeah, basically. Listen, if radio stations can give away $1,000 every hour, we can.
But if every radio station in the country, there's one winner. Let's
Yes.
keep that in mind.
And there is $1,000 that are given away every hour. Twitchiversary is a good name for it.
One would argue that we are giving away more money than those radio stations are.
I like the Planet of the Apes remake, says Fred the Mailman, so that's a good one up there.
Spoon DJ said, "Can I make a confession? Yes. You just taught me what TIL means."
Today I learned. There's a lot, especially on Reddit. There's so many of those threads that I need to like Google what the title of the thread is to understand everything that's coming in. What's the other one? Am I the asshole?
Am I
AIT
Ada or something.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Wait, what's TDLR? TLDR, I got rid of that
Don't
wrong.
say it. Hold on. I'll be honest. I'm decent at figuring out abbreviations, but too long didn't read. Yes, I knew that. But there are some Reddit ones I have to go.
Ooh, this is one I did not know, and I'm a big fan of it. ELI5. Explain it like I'm five. That's great. Now, Carla Marie. Here is, don't look at the screen yet. Here is your big surprise. I need to make sure that it is working. Oh no, where'd it go? Don't move. Close your eyes.
I'll just keep them closed.
Okay.
Put my arms up.
So we got that there.
Yeah,
we got that there.
We could do
Close your
abbreviations this week later.
All right, don't say anything. So I need to explain while your eyes are closed what's about to happen.
Can everyone see it?
Yes, right now everyone can see it. They don't necessarily know what it is.
Oh.
But don't open your eyes. I'm putting something in front of you.
Oh God, why?
Okay. And this is something that I think you've wanted to try
No, what is it?
for a long time.
Am I gonna gag?
And especially because we're on Twitch, this makes a lot of sense. So open your eyes.
I know what it is. I'm playing
Okay, don't scream though. Don't scream though, because no one wants to hear that. So this is a game. We are actually playing a video game on Twitch.
Change the category.
Now we can only do this. Oh, I do have to do that. We can only do this for about 15 minutes because we got to get out of here. But let's see if I can change. Can I change the category to Stray? Oh, I can.
Okay,
Cool.
so there's this video game that came out on July 19th, and it's called Stray. And it's the point of view of a cat in like a cyber city, and the cat like is lost its family, and it's like, I gotta get back to my family, but it has to like do all these tasks and this like adventure in this cyber city, but everything is like a robot, and it's like the only living thing, and it's got to find its way home.
So.
But I've never. Oh, wait, I have a cat friend.
So you are a cat.
Oh, apparently the meows are so fun.
So I have no idea how to play this game, for the record. Like, this clearly is just the intro scene.
Oh, I guess when it means it lost its family, it's cat family, not its human family. Okay. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
So you're going to want to use that to move.
Okay.
And you can press Y. There you go. I don't know what that's going to do. Let me turn down the... Hold on. Sorry, don't touch anything, Carla Marie.
So
I need to turn down our...
Also,
I feel like it's super loud.
There are organizations that are playing this game on Twitch and also having live kitten cams. And they're raising money for rescues at the same time. It's really cool. What if I just jumped off that cliff?
Well, I don't know where you're supposed to go from here, because I've never played. So there's a door over there. You might want to explore that door.
Well, this idiot is leaving his family. What does he think's going to happen?
How do you jump? This is what being a Twitch streamer is like, Carla Marie. Welcome to the world.
How do you jump? I don't know. Well. Oh, hi, little kitty. He's so real.
So the one thing I have learned is this, Carla Marie, will change your view of your cat, so you can get like behind it if you want.
As much as I think that door is it, I think I gotta jump off the cliff.
All right, go for it.
All right, bud. What if we die?
Well, then you die and we restart.
Wait.
I do like the fact that this cat looks like Max.
Oh wait, we didn't talk to this guy yet. John Man. Oh.
So he's just playing with his tail.
So Y is to play with.
Y is to do whatever action it's telling you to do. What is that?
I can't get up.
You have to wait for this thing to play out.
What is the chat saying? Can you put it on the side? Oh, this is it. I am becoming.
Hold on, because every time I move the mouse, it changes that. So I need to pull up the chat over here.
Guys, I'm 100% gonna put on my gaming headphones. That I need a gaming headset.
No, you can actually plug your headphones right into here. But also you have the whole setup, so you don't need that.
Oh, he won't go.
So, okay, there are items that Kitty has to find. Mission has, let's see. Missions he has to go on, people he finds and talks to, all kinds of cute things. That is from, I can't move the screen now.
Well,
oh, you have to lay down on the cardboard box that says Teddy Ono with the rest of the kittens. So go back to the kittens. Where's the card? Oh, there's 2 of them there.
oh, there's a dot now.
Oh, are you going to be shipped out now?
I do feel like he goes into a lot of. This is
Okay.
literally my house.
Yeah. 4
Four
cats. And yeah, this is the surprise, by the way. It was more of a surprise for Carla Marie. But Carla Marie's big announcement, that's on Thursday. We talked about that earlier.
Am I gonna cry?
Probably.
So should we be Twitch stream? I think we need to do this on the weekend.
We could.
Oh, Erica likes butterflies. She's sitting out the window.
I wonder what would happen if we brought one of the cats in here. Do you think they would think it's
So
it's
that
a
is
cat?
another thing that's been all over Twitter is people playing this on their TV and their cats losing their minds.
So my brother Michael is very upset that we played this on Twitch before it takes